Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. Welcome back to another episode of Matt's Mental Fitness. Today I'm back with another episode. I'm headed into my therapist's appointment. It's been about a month actually, maybe 3 weeks since I've seen my therapist. So gonna go in, strategize, talk about it. I'll come back out. You know the drill, I'll recap. And about 45 minutes later, by the way, if you're still here, I really appreciate you. This daylight savings time thing is trippy. It's way lighter than it was in the last episode. The sun looks beautiful. All right, that was that was a tough one. This was a tough one. Not like a bad tough one, but I'll be honest, as I was sitting in this appointment, I was like, wow, I got to talk about this when I go get in the car. For a split second, I was like, man, I really don't know if I'm going to share this or not. But I know that, again, transparency is just huge, and maybe there's somebody dealing with this. So we talked about a bunch of stuff, but a majority of the conversation was centered around confidence. And in the beginning of the conversation, it was talking about, I really feel like my confidence has increased a lot. I can see it in my day-to-day. I can feel it in my normal everyday conversations. Normally I do a recap of what was I supposed to be doing the previous weeks. The previous weeks, honestly, transitioning jobs has really sort of shaken a lot of things up as far as personal time, her time. So I really haven't been able to fall into any sort of like process. Like really getting settled in this job is taking a lot more than I realized. So anyway, back to what we were talking about tonight. Started out talking about the confidence and how everyday life, like I'm seeing a noticeable difference. It's been that conscious thinking of the words I'm saying or the words I'm allowing in my head. Even things that Jenna has said about us, I will politely recorrect her. She said something the other night about how she said we're very spoiled about a certain situation. And I said, well, we're very fortunate. We're very blessed, but we worked our ass off to get to where we are with what we were talking about. And, it's just that little shift of not even allowing someone super close to you to choose the wrong words about you. I think that was a big point. That was big for me to realize that I actually, like when I walked away from that conversation, I was like, damn, that was very correct. And there's been things like that, just the way I've been carrying myself, it just feels different and I like it. Since I've started taking my meds for ADD, there's just been a significant difference in how I'm able to sort of hone in on things and just point blank get things done, which has been huge. She said, I don't have any, data to back this up. She said, but I've noticed that people with ADD tend to be so much more imaginative. And I've said that before. I've said that my creativity comes from my ADD. She said that the problem is that they can't hone in. She said, so I'm very happy to hear that because of the meds, you're able to focus. And she said, this is very, very good, which this is not earth-shattering, but for some reason it really rang true. Focus brings clarity, sure, which builds confidence. And I was like, that is so damn sure correct. So like all of the things that I'm doing with the meds and the being very conscious of the words, it's building confidence. It's quite trippy. Now, this was the thing that was really like holding me up. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but I don't talk a lot about my clients or my business when it comes to what I'm doing or what I'm offering or, hey, come train with me. I said to her, there's been a handful of videos that I put a little graphic saying online training, programming, mattlanefitness.com. And I've been doing this business now for 4 years. I think it's been 4 years. And she was very surprised. She actually asked why. No. She said, what is your biggest fear? And I said, my biggest fear when it comes to growth, what is your biggest fear if you had a lot of growth? I said, my biggest fear with the growth would be that the audience thinks that I'm trying to monetize them. And she said, okay, that makes sense. And I asked her the question, do you think that truly comes from a place of me being fearful of that? Or do you think it comes from a lack of confidence, of not wanting to actually sell or train people or do the thing that I know I'm good at doing? She said, I think it's a little of both. And I truly am fearful. Again, I contemplated talking to you about this right now. I'm fearful that I would, try to convert any of you guys out there. And she said, but what you have to offer, this product that I'm working on, other products that I have and services that I have, I'm working on a product right now. It's specifically a behavior change program for healthcare workers. It's a behavior change program. I'm very proud of it. I've put a lot of time and money and effort into it. And she said, yeah, you are trying to convert your audience. And just her saying that made me sort of cringe. And because I've always just tried to put value out, I have not tried to convert it. Maybe it comes from a place of not feeling worthy yet, or maybe I don't have a big enough audience yet, or maybe, I don't know, but I just haven't marketed stuff. And I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but that's why I'm fearful of that. And she said, you're flogging yourself down the street, sort of beating yourself up down the street. You've been doing this for 4 years, the business. Healthcare and fitness I've been doing since 2009, 2010. So, I'm qualified. I know what I'm doing. I have a great product, but I'm just fearful to put it out based on, your perception, but I know I can't control your perception. I know there's going to be people out there that think I'm just trying to convert to get the dollar. But she said, if you have value to give, it is okay to convert the audience when there's value behind the conversion. And I was like, yeah, you right. And it's true. So I know I have to do a better job at marketing the things that I'm working on. And I think that, no, I don't think, I know. When I finish this product, I will start marketing it. It's a tough thing for me to shift to, but I know it's got to be done. It's got to be done. I guess in my head, maybe like I'm not worthy yet. Maybe that's a piece, but I don't know. We'll see. She also said one more thing that was really interesting. Talking about schizophrenia and, people with mental health disorders here in the U.S. I say that in quotations. Here, ADD or schizophrenia or whatever, it's almost demonized that you have that. And she said in other countries, it's not as demonized. It's not as pathologized. And it's quite interesting to see how other people or other cultures handle these mental health issues, mental health illnesses, because that's how America views it, or Western culture views it. Other places, it's just like, it's cool, like that. It is what it is. It's a part of their everyday life. It's like, it's them having all limbs. It's completely normal to them. That's just what it is. And she says it's so different here. There's such a negative stigma to it. So I just thought that was really interesting on top of all the other things that we talked about. So as I'm recording this, I'm actually just a little bit, there's a piece of this it's uncomfortable, man. It's uncomfortable to talk about you, the audience, and conversion. Because there's a lot of people out there that are into fitness, that are doing similar things to what I'm doing, but don't have a good intention, that give fitness a bad rep. And I don't like that. I don't want to be in that category. And I know that if I keep doing the right thing and doing what I should be doing, that I won't. But I'm never going to screw you guys over. And I'm honored for you to give me your time. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, that's it. You don't have to be perfect at this conversion thing. Just try to be better than yesterday. every day. Whew, that's a heavy one.
Sunlight that always stays in and by the waterway. It's that sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. I never